Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today I am going to be using the Vera Mona Lotus palette. This is what it looks like right here, and actually the purple that is on the flower matches almost perfectly to the purple that's on my eyes. So yeah, if you guys are familiar with Vera Mona, she makes the color switch duos and these really cool, amazing, and helpful little gadgets for us makeup artists and makeup lovers. And if you guys are familiar with it, the color switch duo is like comes in a little can, and it has this material in it, and basically what you're able to do with it is clean your brushes without having to use a brush cleaner spray or water and soap. You basically can move really quickly when you're doing yourself or a client's makeup. You would basically, let's say you are doing your makeup and you go into this black color right here, and then your brush is dirty and you're like, okay, I want to move on to the next color. I want to go back to brown. So instead of grabbing your brush cleaner and wiping it off, waiting for it to dry a little bit, you would just come into the color switch duo, or she also sells a band that you can put around your arm, and then you can just clean when you're doing your makeup or client's makeup, which I really like because I use, as you can see, I use the back of my hand as my palette, so I would not mind having it on my arm as well because it's just so easy, especially if you're working on a few clients. But basically, so you have your brush, you put a color on it, and then you want to move on to the next color. You just go into the color switch duo. In this case, you would go into the palette because it has the same material that the color switch duo is made out of, and then you just wipe it, give it a little swirly swirl, then look, the brush is clean. Do you see? No black whatsoever. So that is what the color switch duo does. And then there's also just the regular color switch, the band. She also sells makeup brushes on her website, and now the palette. It's a really nice palette. I really like it. I love all of the colors, are so beautiful. I posted this look on my Instagram as well as another look that I did using this color Clover, the pink color right here. So yeah, this is what the palette looks like. So if you guys are interested in watching how I got this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So moving on to foundation, I am actually going to apply this Dr. Brandt. This is a pore refining primer. So I'm just going to apply this here and here, which are the areas where my pores are their largest, and then of course my forehead, and then also my chin. I'm basically going to apply it everywhere, but I'm going to concentrate right in these areas here because this is where I have the most amount of like large pores. And for foundation, I am going to be using this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. This says 24 hours. It does not wear 24 hours for me. I do have oilier skin, so I don't know if that's why, but yeah. And you don't want to blend it too much because you still want the brightness of that pencil to remain, so that when you put your eyeshadow on top of it, it stays nice and bright. So the first color that I'm going to apply is this color right here called Caper, and this is going right on the brow bone. Okay, so now moving on to the crease color, I'm going to be using this color right here, and this one is called Celosia right here. And I'm going to be using, again, this Royal Langnickel brush, and the number is BC430. So the brush has a little pointed end to it, so what I'm going to do is focus the pointed end right into the crease area, and then the rest of the brush is going to do the blending for me. And so this color is going to work as the transition and crease color all at once. It's magic! Magic, I tell you, magic. This color Lotus is very creamy. As you can see, it packs on a lot of color. I have to say this is one of my favorite purples that I have ever used, and in pictures it just really pops. It's so pretty. So for concealer today, I am going to be using the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and this is in the color Neutral Medium. And I like to bring this to the side of my nose as well, because it's really going to help make everything nice and bright. And I'm also going to apply a little bit above my eyebrows, just whatever is left on the brush. I'm going to run it right up here, very lightly. And then I'm going to put a little bit down my nose. Today for contouring, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier contouring palette. So I'm starting off by just dotting the number 2 color around my forehead. Okay, so now that I look like a clown, we are going to blend all of this out. And for my nose, I can't talk. For my nose contour, I'm going to take the Morphe M428 brush. I am going to lightly just go up and down. So to set my concealer, I am going to apply MAC Studio Fix, and this is in the color NC25. So I'm just going to grab the product and just pack it on. I'm not dusting it off or anything. I want to make sure that I grab a good amount of product so that everything sets really nicely. So for the highlight, I'm going to be using Becca's Champagne Pop. And I am applying it to the highest point of my cheekbones, and look at that, I just found contour that is not blended, so we're going to blend that sucker out. So apply a little bit more right here. And if you feel like your contour is a little bit too light and you need a little bit more, you know, je ne sais quoi, you can grab your Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit or whatever powder contour kit you have and use a darker color. I am going to be using Java and Fawn, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to be using these two right here. So I'm going to mix them together, and then I am going to come in right up here. Okay, so we are pretty much done with the face, and I am going to move back into the eyes. We still have to do our eyeliner. You actually can leave it like this because the little wing out here kind of doubles as a eyeliner. So it's totally up to you if you want to do an eyeliner or not. So moving on to the eyeliner, I am going to be using the Motives Cosmetics Little Black Dress Eyeliner, and I am going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills number 3 eyeliner brush, which is one of my favorite brushes to do eyeliner with. And I did step outside for a few hours to take my dog to the vet, so I apologize if anything looks a little bit crazy right now. I am going to apply some of the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter in my inner corner. So I'm going to do a little bit of brown, a little bit of black, and then I'm going to just smoke out my lower lash line.
The sun lays so brightly up in the summer sky. I shouted at the mountains, watch me shine and